Hello and welcome back to the channel. We are back out here at the Classy Cat Tiny, and I actually was able to go to the store today, so I got some of the stuff I need for the door and to seal up the tiny house. So I did buy uh I think a decent amount of caulking so that I can at least get the baseboards and maybe a little extra. We'll have to see. Hold on. So I got my own caulking gun. It's my very first one, so pretty interesting. I've never used one before, but first time for everything. I got myself some razors. Not quite for the caulking. I might need it for that, but it'll probably be just something I use around the house anyway. Mostly for scraping paint off of glass, so I don't think I need to touch up the glass on the door, but it'll be fine. So some blades, and the caulking I got is unfortunately white, but that's not that too big of a deal since there's gonna be stuff put over it anyways. I'm just trying to seal the house in, so anywhere I see a problematic gap, I will probably caulk around, and hopefully I'll have a little extra to get some extra cracks, like some of the cracks in the walls up here or something like that. I'm not sure. I'll have to see. I'm trying to gauge exactly where bugs might be getting in, or just anything might be getting in. And those are the spots I'm going to hit with the caulking so that I don't have to worry about anything getting in. But I think today I'm actually going to at least start the bathroom door because I did get the nails I needed for that. So I'm going to start putting the door together and everything and see how that goes. Now I don't have my cutting tools for the door, so I don't have like the circular saw or anything like that. So it'll just be basically setting up the door for the most part, and then I'll just get to caulking and whatnot. Now I will actually put like the little door frame jam thing in there and see how that looks. I also managed to get some hinges that I don't have to paint. They are gold in color already, so I managed to get myself some little hinges for the doors. This is probably the only door that's going to need hinges. Well, my screen door and my back door will need hinges, but that's okay. Only door in here right now that needs hinges. But I got hinges. I got the nails. They're hopefully not too long, not too short. They're an inch, and it's the shortest I could find. So I was hoping to get half-inch finish nails, but it'll be all right. These should work. So yeah, that's enough yapping. Let's get to it. Alrighty, I gotta admit, y'all, I'm very happy that it's actually starting to get cooler because I'm not really one to complain about the heat. It was hot this summer, like extraordinarily so, but I love the fall season. And I'm very happy that it's actually starting to get cool now so that I don't have to worry about sweating my tail off in here. Um, I need my knife. Um, Also, I'm trying to uh, really fix the camera issue I've been having as of late. So I had to change some settings on not my computer, my camera, and hopefully that fixes whatever was going on with it. I hope. But yeah, hopefully a change in settings helps the camera record better. I don't know if my resolution was too high or something and the video was just freaking out, or something else is going on. But yeah, so hopefully this video doesn't end up being out of sync and jittery and whatever the heck else was happening in that last video. That one was kind of hard to rewatch for me. Anyways, I'm gonna take the plastic off this door, and probably gonna lay it out right here. I'm probably gonna move that TV so it's not in the way, but gonna lay it out right here, lay my boards out and whatnot, and then I'm going to open up that tube of liquid nails. I got the extreme heavy duty. It might be overkill for what I'm trying to do, but it was what was available at Walmart, so that's what I grabbed. Okay. I mean, I don't really need my knife for this. I'm also kind of curious if maybe dual filming with my phone is messing with video resolution, because I do still use my phone to get the close-ups and whatnot. So I'll just have to see. Like I told you guys before, I'm still learning, so I don't know all of this stuff. I'm a little old lady when it comes to that. So the cool thing about this wood is that it is paint and stain ready. It's got a nice smooth finish. It doesn't have any real imperfections in it, at least that I can see. I'm not an expert, so don't hold me to that. But it is a perfect size for the doorway. So, like I said, let me move this TV, because the last thing I want is to smash my free TV. I also put a little lantern in here because I think the camera starts trying to focus when it can't focus in a dark setting. So I put one of my little lanterns over here to hopefully give better lighting. It's not the best, but it's better than nothing, I guess. So we'll see if that helps. I'll save the label because I like to draw on the back of it. Kind of like recycling paper, so that's what I'm going to do with that. Also hoping I won't have to, but feeling that I might, because it might be a slight necessity. I may have to get a chisel set so that I can actually put the hinges on the door. So the hinges will probably sit kind of flush against this once I put the little jams in, but I don't know if they'll be too tight and make the door hard to open or whatnot, so I may have to like at least chisel into the little bit of wood for that door jamb to put the door in, and maybe into the door itself. I don't know yet, but it's just a thought right now. This is also still a little loose, so I might try to knock this further into place the best I can. Because otherwise it's okay. But I will try to knock it a little more into place so that it's even with itself. Looking, I might actually be able to put a screw in right here to hold this to this wall. But I need to get this a little more hammered in on that side first. So that's probably what I'm going to do first before I do anything else. And then the easy work of hammering stuff in, sort of. So, I don't think I have any scrap wood. Oh, let me take that back. That'd be a whole lie. I know I have scrap wood. I'm looking at it. Alrighty. I have to admit, I am just a little tired from dog sitting. I stayed up to 2 in the morning, sitting with dogs and just drawing. So I am a little tired, and this probably will be a shorter day for me since I'm still dog sitting. Tomorrow won't be, so I'll probably be out here a little bit. But yeah. So if I seem a little tired or out of it, that's why. I stayed up to 2 in the morning. My sleep schedule's terrible. Okay. All right. Let me get my fateful milk crate. Don't know if y'all can tell. I'm trying my best not to accidentally knock the camera, but it'll be all right. So let's get to it, and hopefully I can get this sitting sort of flush with this wall. That'll work. Alrighty, so instead of trying to screw it in from the top, I just screwed it through here, and now this wall is much more stable. I'm not going to put any more screws into it. I put so many holes in it already. I'll probably hit it with some wood filler because I don't want a whole bunch of holes in the goddamn 2x3s. But that wall is more stable. And I believe this is okay enough for me to be alright. That back corner, I'm going to have to sand that corner down because I really don't feel like taking this wall out to redo it and all that. So I'm just going to sand that corner down for a bit until it fits in and go from there. Because upper wall is straight. Why am I getting notifications? Interesting. So that one wall is actually straight according to my level, and the only problem with this wall is that they don't meet up at the corner like they should, so this is probably my problem wall. So once I get that top corner in, I can screw it into place, lift the upper wall because the bottom is matching up, it's just the top I need to match up. And then I will get to the door jamb itself so that I can put that in and whatnot and have that in place. So, I'm probably going to put part of it up now so that I don't have to worry about it because I know this side is good. And then I will do some of that sanding and whatnot. Probably some more sanding off camera rather than on camera, because I don't want you guys to have to sit there and watch me sand for I don't know how long. So I will bring you guys back for that in just a minute. Alrighty, so I'm sure as many of you would have probably already guessed, sanding did not work, but I did suck it up and take the door frame down. All I had to really do was just screw in that one screw a little tighter, hammer it a little bit. I don't know if the hammering was necessary, but I wasn't taking any chances. If I'm taking it down, I'm going to put it right back, and hopefully it'll be in place. So, hammered it out. Just finished hammering the wall back in, and I was checking to see if the walls were level, and they all are. So, they're all even. I know I'm going to need to add some blocking above this to make it square with the wall, because this wall's going to look kind of odd, but it'll be alright because it's going into the stairway. So, yeah, so walls are even and in place. Like, knocking it out and then putting it back seemed to fix it. So I'm going to screw it back together, because part of it was screwed into the floor, this one was screwed to the other one, so on and so forth. And then we'll finally get to the door. So, neato. So let me do that real quick, and we'll get to the door. Alrighty, so swept up a little bit because I did knock some wood chips loose here and there, but boy, this looks like it shouldn't work, but it does. That's so funny. Anyways, I'm gonna put the two pieces of wood up against these. I gotta make sure this is straight because I'm gonna be honest, it don't look like it to me. At least not this corner, so I'll probably knock it in a few times. There's my hammer. But I'll put the pieces of wood up, nail them in, see how they look, and then go from there. Oh, so I'm going all the way to the floor with these because they'll match up with the framing anyways. Yep. All right. So the 2x3 I'm nailing this to is not as straight as this is, but as long as they fairly match up at the top and bottom, I am indifferent. So I'm gonna nail a few hammers into these to get it in spot. And go from there. So these are actually kind of cute little nails, I won't lie. They're little black nails. And I do mean little. So let's see how these hold up. Before we go judging, I don't know anything about building a door, trim, or anything. This is my first time, so if I F it up, I'm the one that has to live with it. And that'll be alright. That was fast. Wasn't that fantastic? That's just fantastic. It'll be alright. I'll live. Maybe. Alright, so I'm gonna get some trim nails next time I go to Lowe's. These kind of work, but they're not long enough, so they're not really gripping into the 2x3. And of course they're better suited for the door. I did not think about these per se, so I would get trim nails for these so that they hold better and that I can actually put them up. So in the meantime, I'm going to get to starting the door and going from there. And since I don't have clamps on me, I'll be using these little nails as my quote unquote clamps because I'll be doing the liquid nails and then nailing it in just to be sure that they stay. So, hey, everything's a lesson. So let's go. So we are on to the door. I am going to lay out where I want my wood, kind of mark it off. Then I'm going to hit it with liquid nails, nail it in, flip it, and do the same thing to the other side. I've decided that I'm going to try and make the door as even as possible. Taking off my shoes because I've been stepping all over this door and it's leaving marks, and while I don't care, I kind of do. So, alright. So, I've decided instead of making the bottom panels longer, trying to make it as even as possible. So I'm going to actually try, I'm going to put the top plates on and then try to measure out where the middle plate is supposed to be. So like the true middle of this piece of wood, and then mark it off so I can like go from there. Trying to think. So, gonna glue the available what I have, except for like the scrap pieces, because that's pieces I have to cut, and I'll just measure that out for next time when I actually bring the saw with me or something. So, let's get to it. And I don't care if it's all different colors, because I'm staining the whole door anyways. And I think I mentioned before that I'm staining the door black because I still want it to look like wood, but I want it black. So black wood, and then the trim pieces. Yeah, the trim pieces will also have to wait until I get the saw because I gotta cut them at specific angles and whatnot. So there's that. Ow. I have just been beating myself up today. Anyways, slide. Also, my birthday is Tuesday, so in celebration, an early celebration of my birthday, I bought myself some Dr. Pepper socks. You guys can't see them that well. I'd have to wear like shorts or something to actually see the logo, but Dr. Pepper socks. And I'm quite happy with them. I might buy some more for the tiny house when it's more finished. Alright, so this is exactly 6 feet. Not 6, yeah, this is exactly 6 feet, which means the center is obviously 3 feet. I broke that nail. I need, Homestead piece is right at the bottom, this piece is right in the middle. How long are these pieces again? 6 inches. So if we're right at 36, that means don't mind me doing math without a calculator. Should be about here. Right. Really, it should be 3 inches to each side, but it's not. I doubt these are truly 6 inches. In fact, of course you are. So, and these are more like 5.5 rather than true 6. This piece is. So, half and half of 5.5, sheesh, would be, don't mind me doing math without a calculator here. It should be 275. About here. Yeah, about here. And I don't care if it's exact, it's just a design on a door. I just gotta make sure it's exact for the other side too. So that about marks out too. Actually. Yeah. I gotta admit, y'all, I thought this ruler that came with my level was flimsy. And it's still kind of flimsy that you can bend it and whatnot, but it's still pretty solid and a little sharp. So, fun. So, that out of the way. I have lightly marked the door. And it seems like all the tools I get are hyper tough, and I don't really have a problem with that. So, neato. I'm not trying to cut it open. Well, I want to cut it open, obviously. Okay. And I actually didn't know these came with, what's the word? Its own little caulk gun cutter. I need to make that a cleaner cut. Hold up. Like, that's pretty dang cool if you ask me. That'll have to work. Better than nothing. Okay. And I'm not too worried about how this goes. Okay. So yeah. Not too worried about how much liquid nails gets on stuff. As long as it doesn't get on the floor. It is 2:11 too, so after this I may have to head out, but we'll see. Alright. So let's get to it. I was worried about having to fill the holes in. I might not worry about that at all. I actually kind of like the idea of how they would look like a nailed door. So I'm glad they're already black. I think that also adds a little character to the house, having being able to see the nails on the door. And me with my love of touching things, I guess, like feeling textures. This is nice. Okay. One plate on. It's actually looking better than I thought. I was a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. But at the end of the day, I've wasted nobody else's money but mine. Quite happy with this so far. Plus the lantern was helping with the guidelines in the middle here. So one more panel to do. And then I have the long panels. I might do those first actually, just to see how they go. I feel like it's much better to do it like this, and hopefully the nails hold everything together. which it looks like they mostly are. I'm going to have to put some nails in some other corners looking at it. It's coming up, but that's fine. So I did also mention that I forgot to put take the stickers off, but that's okay. Nobody's gonna see it once I'm finished with the door. So let me put some more nails into some of these corners that look like they'll peek up. Go from there. Alrighty, so the door, at least this one side, is mostly complete, and I can't be happier with how it looks right now. I'll turn you guys to see it in just a second. So I did the top three, well, the top panel, middle panel, and bottom panel, and then the skinnier panels on the sides and the one right down the middle. I'll need to come back with a saw so that I can finish up the skinnier pieces so that they meet the middle. And then I'll start the other side as well. I might just measure it now, take two pieces that I think can be scrapped, and cut those those extra pieces that I need so that I can just come back, put them in, and do that later or whatnot. Trying to think. I'll also need to figure out where the hole is going to be for the doorknob on the door, and I'll probably do that at a later date, but I have an idea right now. I gotta flip the door so that it's face down so that the panels can rest like that and stay mostly flat to help with the non-clamp situation. But yeah, the door looks good. I really like it so far. I like how the nails look. I was actually a little worried that I wouldn't like how they looked. So I'm actually very happy that those turned out as good as they did. I will need the very skinny finish nails because these are panel nails. Yeah. I will need the very skinny finish nails for the trim because I don't want the nails showing through this, and it's got a nice design on it, so I gotta hammer it in just right, but I don't want the panel nails showing through this because then there's no point in that being on the door, or I feel like it just ruins the rope design. So I gotta get finished nails for this, and that shouldn't be too bad. I might get them tomorrow, I don't know, but again, I have to get the saw and everything to be able to cut this and figure out how it's supposed to sit in the door. But I'm very happy with what I managed to get done today. The wall is looking better than it initially had. Like, I was already happy with it, but I'm actually really happy with how it's sitting now, so it's actually sitting flush. I need to get some boards up in that section so that it fits perfectly and doesn't make the wall look too awkward right there. Drywall is going to be fun thinking about it, especially the way some of these walls are mangled up there, but it'll be alright. And I'll probably have to put some blocking in between the wall right here, but that's okay. That's fine with me. So, that's my phone. So, I think next week, either tomorrow or next week, but I think tomorrow's going to be spent on the door again, really. So, it'll probably be a next week project. I will start doing some caulking around the bottom, like I said, so that I can seal it up. And I'll probably seal around the door. I might upgrade or try to touch up the seal around the door because it closes just fine. There's still a little gap, and that's not any fault of the way the door closes. I honestly believe it's the seal of the door itself. So I will try to replace that or update that or something like that. Just try to make it more sealed in so that things don't get in. It's more airtight in the house. So when I do insulation, the heat stays in or the cool air stays in, and nothing gets out. uh, and I think that's all I really have planned thus far. After that, and then I think after all the caulking and stuff, I'll be looking at if not concrete for the bonus room, then I might just buy some uh, cabinets to mess with. Is there a mosquito in here? Well, I didn't ask for that. Yeah. I think there's a mosquito in here. That sucks for me. I'll get it. Anyways, yeah, thinking about looking at buying some cabinets. Only two, really, because I don't have the space to hold a lot. And honestly, thinking about it, they might end up sitting in the shipping containers anyway. So there's that. But I do plan on getting some cabinets to kind of tweak. I know one cabinet I'm going to have to actually just straight up build from scratch. Yeah, one cabinet I'm going to have to actually build straight up from scratch. So that's going to be fun. Um, I'm actually looking forward to the kitchen a little bit. But I'll have to see because it will be difficult working around this, but it won't be too bad because I can just move this around to some degree. So I believe that's all I have for today. Before I forget, let me actually show you guys the store so far because I'm actually really happy with it. So mind the wall. The door is looking how she's looking. So, like I said, I'm going to stay focused for me. It won't stay focused for very long. But I'm going to do the trim pieces on the inside paneling here. So that should be pretty. And then I'm thinking the doorknob is going to be on that side of the door rather than this side because I'm going to put the doorknobs this way because the door is supposed to, not doorknobs, the door hinges are supposed to open this way since the door is supposed to open this way. So the hinges will be on that side. And I already have the doorknob somewhere over in my build materials, I think. I can't remember exactly where it is, but I know I have one, so I'll have to drill a hole that matches that, and we'll have a door. I don't know if it has like the in-wall gear for it, because I'll have to put like the in-wall hardware for the door in as well, so even more reason to get a chisel set and get to town on that. I'll actually look at it real quick, so give me 1 second. Alrighty, it was actually easier to find than I thought because it was easier to find than I thought because I set it with the faucets and stuff. So here is the door hardware. It does not look like it locks. I actually got this from Habitat a while ago, so I'm very happy to have this. It's very nice. So I'll need to get, because it looks like it's 3 inches from the looks of it. I'll need to get a hole thing for it. And it also has, like, obviously the doorknob itself and the door hardware so that I can just tab that in along with all the screws and whatnot so that I don't have to go looking. I'm very happy about that. So I'll need to get a chisel set so that I can properly carve out a hole for all of this stuff in the door. I might even bring the jackery out so I can use my small rotary to help at least kind of sand out a hole or something. I'm not sure, because I don't think that little router is made for that, but I'm gonna try and see if I can make something work. So doorknob here, and I'm actually gonna leave it in the bathroom since I'm eventually gonna put it in the door, and then go from there. From the looks of this, I'll have to put this pretty deep into the door, but it'll be alright. Yeah, I think I have I can use my drill, so we'll see. But yeah, so pretty excited about all this. So that's all I have for today. I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow, if not next week. I try to post every Tuesday and Thursday. I am so far keeping up with that, but I do apologize in advance if I fall off. Sometimes I'm just not able to come out here and work on something, or I just actually have nothing to work on at the moment. So I will try to keep my videos coming because I actually enjoy doing this. And I'm still learning, so I'm not entirely good at it, but I'm doing something out here. And at the end of the day, I just wanted to record the progress of me working on my tiny house. I am also thinking about uploading my videos to TikTok, because I do have a TikTok. And I don't know if I'll make one specifically for the tiny house or just use the one that I already have. It won't bother me that bad to mix the media up a little bit, because if I have to make multiple accounts, I will lose track. So, stay tuned for that if I do decide to do that. I'll just drop a link in my description. I don't think I have any other big updates yet, so we'll have to wait and see what I do next. Also a reminder that I do have a Patreon. I am going to be uploading previous unedited videos up there, as well as hosting polls and everything, in case you guys want to have some, help me along my, in case you guys want to help me with my design choices and whatnot, because I'm not a designer by any means. I am an artist though, so I do have like an idea of how I want my house kind of set up. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, ciao.